This is how comfortable me and Paulie Malignaggi are. I said to him, I'll wait until you finished eating. He said, no.
Not for KUGAN CASSIUS. We do it on the spot.
KUGAN CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're in Boston here, Fenway Stadium.
Fenway Park. Don't get it wrong. Fenway Park, it's called.
I'm glad you told me that before I offended one of the Bostonians.
Yeah, Fenway Park.
Can I call them Bostonians?
Yes, you can. I mean, I call them Bostonians. But yeah, Fenway Park. It's like if you call, it's like in England you call Goodison Park.
Oh, no, Goodison, yeah.
Right? So,
okay.
Some of them aren't stadiums, some of them are parks. So this is Fenway Park.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Paulie Malignaggi, that's going down the treat.
Yeah. But I think it's a chicken Caesar wrap. I think.
Okay, we're good. Paulie, can I just step out of this lighter section?
Yeah.
There we go. That's
it's your world, KUGAN. We're just living it,
Trying to find
wherever you
the
want
best
to step.
light first. That's it. There we go. Card from Boston this week, obviously headlined by Demetrius Andrade and Walter Kaltendokwa.
Yeah.
I think that's
this guy seems like he's a big puncher, I tell you the truth, I was really excited about Andrade and Saunders. I was, name recognition and everything about that fight. But
what did you make of that situation, Paulie, with Billy Joe?
It's tough. It's tough because I said after the Canelo fight, I'm done criticizing fighters for doping. Whether it's accidental, whether it's on purpose, I'm done. The punishment just aren't strict enough. So everybody's gonna dope. So if you're stupid, if you're not doping at this point, it's unfortunate. But it's worth the risk for all these guys, unfortunately. So I'm done criticizing everybody for doping. Until boxing decides to clean itself up, I'm not gonna be the guy to criticize somebody for doing what he probably has to do because everybody else is doing it. I'm sorry.
I know it's been talked about over and over again anyway, and the bottom line is that Billy Joe, obviously, as a result of a failed VADA test, isn't going to be fighting this weekend, and Demetrius Andrade and Walter.
I was really disappointed that the matchup can't be made now because it's two good names, two of the best fighters in the world. But this guy Kaltendokwa is a real dark horse, bro. All knockout wins or something, or almost all knockout wins. This is not the replacement you want to fight at the last minute. A guy coming from a part of the world you have no clue about, a guy you have no clue about really, and he's a monster puncher. This is a dangerous fight.
Absolutely. We got obviously Daniel Jacobs fighting next week. I mean, here Matchroom could have two of the middleweight champions in the space of 1 week.
Yeah, in reality, it becomes a point where a lot of stables and promoters like to control certain weight classes. You've seen that in the course of this business in the last 30, 40 years. But I think this seems to be the play Matchroom is going for. Is just go with the middleweight division right now.
And huge news, obviously, Canelo signing for DAZN. Huge 11-fight deal worth a reported minimum $365 million. Yeah, it's big news.
That's a big deal because I think in the U.S. you have people wondering about this DAZN network, and in Europe because of the entrance of Joshua, I think it was more easy to push. Although don't get me wrong, in Italy, a lot of them were complaining about the Serie A went to DAZN. A lot of the Serie A games went to DAZN, because people still don't know how to use this app stuff. But I think for everybody, now there's more motivation to order because a guy like Canelo is going to really push your motivation to have to order it because in the U.S. Canelo is the star, So I think you'll probably be able to gain a lot of subscriptions in the U.S. a lot more due to this signing, and you would assume it would be worth that investment. It's a big investment. I mean, whoever this guy is, he's got like every dollar that exists on this planet, because this guy's got so much money. It's crazy, But you would assume that long term this all adds up to fighters gain to people getting the subscriptions and the network paying for itself. You assume because you're spending so much money to really make a stand and make a statement. And like I said, I had no idea that it was outside the U.S. as well. I went to Italy on a vacation and found the Serie A was on DAZN. I had no idea it was even there. So obviously this is a worldwide push with this network.
They're definitely making serious moves, and
yeah, they are.
You can't see it stopping.
And I think it's good for boxing because you know what? In the U.S. At Showtime we had a great year. Now Fox is coming in. Top rankings with ESPN. They're making a push. I think it's a good time to be a fight fan, and it's a good time to be a boxer because because everybody's trying to put their best foot forward, giving you the best matchups, throwing the most money at the fighters. You know, I'm always pro fighter first, and I think fighters having more opportunities is always a great thing.
Absolutely. Right, now what can we talk to you about?
I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about?
What can we talk to you about?
Kugan, I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
PAULIE MALIGNAGGI about?
I know where you're going with this, Kugan. I know where you're going with this.
All right, let's get a little something from you, Paulie. First of all,
What?
Mayweather Khabib. Your thoughts?
You know, I think Khabib is a tremendous MMA fighter, but his best strength is the ground. You know, so I think if you just keep him standing up, it's going to be very, very difficult. But it's a selling point. You know, just like McGregor and Mayweather was a selling point. But at least McGregor had some karate, so his stand-up, you wanted to, and this fake punching power that everybody thought he had. So you assume that, you know, you could sell the fight on a stand-up boxing. You know, it's hard. I don't know how easily you can sell the Khabib fight standing up, because if you keep Khabib standing up, it's not that easy. It's not that easy of a fight to sell, because Khabib's main asset is the ground game, and you essentially eliminate that with boxing. So I don't know. I think you're selling names, and I think with this whole YouTube sensation of all these boxing things, I think if you sell names, you know, people will buy it. Who are these guys on YouTube that were boxing? You know, you see that YouTube? Yeah, I don't know who these guys are, but because people know them, you know, the boxing fight sold. So I think that is proof that people will buy anything if they know the fighter. They know the people well enough. They'll buy anything into anything in between two guys fighting. So I think when you sell it from that perspective, Mayweather Khabib sells.
What was going through your head 2 weeks ago when you were kind of watching that UFC thing unfold? What happened after?
Everybody wanted my 2 cents. They were like, "Oh, Paulie, you know, what do you think? What do you think about all this going on?" And what if I said, "Bro, listen. Oh, you definitely want him to lose." I said, frankly, bro, this is not my business, this fight. You know, I just watch it. And, you know, I already know what he's going to do. He's a quitter. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take that out of him. You can't train that out of him. You can't beat that out of him. You can beat that into him. You're going to beat that out of him, though. You know, so I said, he's going to quit, because this is the kind of guy who grinds you, you know? And because this is the kind of guy who grinds you, if there's quit in you, you're always going to be a quitter. Quinta was a total stone-cold New York Italian-American, came in on a few days' notice and went the distance with Khabib, because we're stubborn people, and you're not going to make us bold. You're not going to bring the bitch out of us. That's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? It's the culture of Italian Americans, you know? But realistically speaking, Irish have a lot of pride too, and they're typically, like, you know, fighters to the core, you know? So I don't know how you can be proud of such a bitch, you know? Like, this guy's always been such a bitch, you know? Like, it's not like it was the first time. It's not like, oh man, we did not expect him to quit like that. Really? You kind of did, though, you know? Like, I've been saying it the whole time that he had no balls, you know? And it's not like you can, you know, because we win and we lose. That's fine. We win and we lose. And we go out as fighters, we go out as men, we go out as dignity. You know, and that's what competition is. Go out like a man. Don't look to make contracts in the middle of the fight like, oh, it was just business. Don't hurt me. It was just business. You pussy. Like, I would rather, I had my face falling off against Cotto. I would rather you chop my head off than to give you the satisfaction of me crying to you like a bitch in the middle of a fight when we still got to fight, when we still got to come out the next round. You pussy motherfucker. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable what a pussy move that was. Like, I cringed. I don't even like the guy. And I cringed for him when I saw that audio on my phone, on the social media, when somebody sent it to me. I'm like, oh, God, what a pussy. Holy shit. He's more pussy than even I could have thought, you know? Like, because I didn't think he would actually say it out loud to the opponent. You know, like, who begs their opponent to take it easy on them in the middle of the fight? Have you ever heard of something like that? I never heard of something like that in my life, to be honest. I never heard of anything like that in my life. That was a first for me. How's that? That's my opinion on that.
What did you make of what happened after the fight? What was your thoughts on that? I mean,
listen, Khabib was very, very professional the whole way, you know, but he was saving it up. You know, Conor and his team had a lot of big mouths. They insulted everything about Khabib. And listen, people say, oh, you shouldn't take things a certain way. You shouldn't you shouldn't take the trash talking too far. I'm not one of those guys. Take the trash talking as far as you want, as long as you own it in the fight. You know, and then after the fight, you can even say, hey, listen, it was just business. But own it in the fight and go out like a man. You know why Conor McGregor got spit on like a pussy after the end of the fight, and he had to take it like a pussy? Because because he didn't make Khabib work for that win. I guarantee you that if he makes Khabib work for that win, and he doesn't try to punk out or he doesn't try to quit halfway through, Khabib will respect him, and he won't spit on him when they stop the fight, or in the end of the fight. You know why you got spit on? Because you did all that, and then you went out like a bitch. So you know what? I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. I'm gonna stop you, and then they prime me off you. I'm gonna spit on you too. You know? What's up, my man? So you know you if you go out like a man, you're gonna gain your opponent's respect even if he beats you. This guy, after all that he did, went out like a total bitch. Like a total bitch. It's unbelievable. So, and look what he got spit on. Do you see what he got spit on? Usually you get spit on, like, at least you'll acknowledge it. He got spit on and he wouldn't even look that way because he didn't even want to acknowledge the fact that he got spit on. He's like, Khabib's right here. I'm going to spit on you too. You know, like the real pussy when you get in his face and he pretends he doesn't see you? Like, he wanted to pretend he didn't see the spit go at him too. So, like, that, even more bitch move. Like, he's like, psh. Take that spit, you pussy! Holy shit, what a pussy! Unbelievable. So, but then afterwards, you know, the whole beef with everything. You know what gives credit to Dylan Dennis? He talks a lot of shit, but he was the only one fighting. Like John Kavanaugh was trying to jump into the cage because he was looking to escape. Owen Roddy was trying to run somewhere else. Dylan Dennis fought though. Listen, it wouldn't have went well for him if Khabib got his hands on him, but. Bro, at least he owned what he said. And you know what? Own it. You know what I mean? No matter what, you own it. Go out fight. You gotta own it. You know what I'm saying? And then I can respect it. So I can respect that guy.
Okay.
That's it.
Paulie, I think the press conference is going to start shortly, so I appreciate a little bit of your time today.
Yo, why is it so cold over here, bro?
Very cold.
It's
Boston is cold.
mid-October. It's already freezing, bro.
I know.
I thought I was dressed warm. Not even close. I should have brought my winter jacket over here. But yeah, it's going to be a good card this week, man. It's going to be a good card. A nice card from top to bottom. Katie Taylor and Serrano. Serrano used to be a pretty good fighter. She's a little older now. Serrano was a pretty good fighter.
She wants to go through both of them, so we'll see.
Well, the other one's going to be a little tough. The other one's a tough fight. Not that Cindy's not, but Cindy's a little older, you know. But it'll be interesting to see. Women's boxing's getting us all excited too. You know what I'm saying? And then Kevin Farmer, Andre, and this Kanagawa who knocks everybody out. It's gonna be a good
Kauton
card.
Dokwa.
Oh yeah, what are you, the translator now?
No, I know his name.
You know how to say it?
Yeah, Kauton Dokwa.
All right, I'll let you say it. See you later.
Thank you, Paulie.